Hey everybody, I am so excited to, I guess, welcome you to my house. We need to do this video from a different place today. And two, to introduce to you and show you some of the inside things in the first revised unit of the Spanish 1 curriculum. So if you have purchased curriculum from me, story units, or full units in Spanish over the past 7 years, number one, thank you. And number two, I am re-releasing each unit in the Spanish curriculum to be redesigned over the course of hopefully this next year. We are starting with the Spanish 1 portion, which will be about 10 or 11 units. We'll do Spanish 2, which will be about the same, and Spanish 3, which will be about the same. Each unit is going to be structured very similarly with very similar components, a lot of overlapping components. These units are going to be designed for about 3 weeks, 15 or so school days. And they're going to be designed with subplans included. A couple of options for subplans. So I want to give you a little bit of insight into why this redesign is happening and some things that were really important to me in the redesign. Number one of the reasons I'm doing this redesign is because this is actually how I teach these units in my classroom. So this first unit that is being re-released is actually how I taught this unit last school year, 25-26 school year in my classroom. A lot of times I find that I am supplementing the things that I am using, and I want to give you guys those things that I'm using in another usable way. So unit 1 is what we're going to be looking at today. I'm going to pop some pictures up as we go through. But let's start with unit 1. I'm going to walk you through the things that are in the unit, knowing that most units are going to have very similar things and types included. So let's get started. I'm going to be looking at my computer while I look at you guys to hopefully cover all the things that are in here. Number 1, we're talking 15 or so days of materials. That's a lot of material. You don't have to use it all. If you do use it all, fabulous. If you don't, fabulous. You can use the subplans that are included to extend, and there's going to be a couple of other ideas and options in there for you to extend, but we're looking at about 15 days. I have found for my students to truly get enough repetitions with the vocab theme as well as the structures for the units, they need more than 7 days. And I need more than 7 days. Like, I want to be able to work things from all the angles. So another goal of these new unit and these unit revisions is that they have reading, writing, listening, and speaking, that they are covering interpersonal, interpretive, and presentational skills, and that they are doing all of those things with a themed set of vocabulary that is real world, that students need, and that it's doing those things in a comprehensible way where students are getting enough input and enough repetitions for it to matter. So in your teacher files for these new units, here's what you will find. Number 1, you will find subplans. There are going to be 3-ish days of subplans in each unit so that you have options in your unit to leave as subplans without having to come up with something or buy something. I think that's really important. One thing for me when I need to be out is I don't want to give my students something random unless we're between units. I want it to be something that's going to help them in what we're working with. So you've got that. You've got subplans. In this particular unit, there are subplans that work with receipts. So we're talking authentic adjacent resources. They're going to be working with receipts for school supply purchases. Color by word is included as a subplan for this first unit. And then there's just a traditional packet. So if you work in a school where you're like supposed to bridge CI in grammar or CI in a textbook or bridge conjugations and those kind of things, this packet is going to be perfect for you. If you don't work in a school like that, this can also be just extra work for those high-flying students that want more answers. Second, you are going to get 2 assessment options. It's going to be a full reading assessment and a reading listening assessment option for you to use. You can use both, you can use none of them, but you do have 2 options. 2 options. You're going to get daily routine slides. These are available on my YouTube and my website anyway. I just want to make sure you have them in front of you in case you want to do routines like celebrations, weather, those kinds of things. You're going to get a whole set of lesson plans. The lesson plans are broken down into about 50-minute class periods. They're going to have standards, learning objectives, links to the activities you're going to do for the day, a column with helpful blogs and videos if you have questions. They're going to be broken out for you so that you could copy paste that information into a school lesson plan template if you need it. If you need to post or talk about learning objectives with students, they're there for you. If you need to talk about what standards you're covering, they're there for you. That way you have the materials you need to also be successful with your job. You're going to get a student vocab list. Oh no, a vocab list. It's okay. These are more resources for students to be successful and navigate that content vocab as they go through the unit. You don't have to use it. You don't have to quiz them on it. It's just a resource for students to have access to as a scaffold, and so that students can participate and grow their vocab. They have to have vocab to be able to communicate in the world. The vocab for this first unit is colors, numbers, and school supplies. So all very real world things. I use numbers every day and I use school supplies every day when I am in my classroom. And colors are a great adjective for students to be able to get a grasp on to start learning about adjectives. You're going to get target structure posters. These are signs you can hang up in your classroom to remind your students about what verbs they are focusing on. You're going to get a slideshow. Your slideshow is going to be broken down by days. It's got warm-ups, it's got exit tickets, it's got instructions for activities. Everything you need is in your slideshow to be successful. Warm-up and exit tickets are also going to be included on paper versions. Warm-ups are on one page, exit tickets are on one page. Personally, I print these front and back, but you do you. So what is in the actual unit itself? Those are all your teacher materials. In week one of every unit is going to include a password lesson plan set. I'm so excited. This is how I kick off all my units in my classroom anyway, so why not connect them and tie them in with the stories and the content that I want to do anyway? So you're getting the password. Passwords include things like personalized questions and answer days, listening activities, reading activities, writing activities, speaking activities, with scaffolded worksheets and slides that go with all of that you are getting. So if you have never tried a password unit, you're gonna have one when you look at unit 1. Week 2. Week 2 is a very exciting addition because week 2 is what I've been supplementing in my classroom for the past several years. I just haven't really pushed it out to connect with the other things, but it really does, and it's been really helpful for my students. Week 2 is going to be based around a text set. So you're going to get between 8 and 12 texts that are scaffolded texts. They're going to be very, very similarly structured. They're just going to be using different vocab from that vocab list, and maybe first, second, third person or present, past, but they're all going to be structured the same way. They're going to come with things like a reading gallery walk. They're going to come with audios to do listening activity. They're going to come with dictados. They're going to come with storyboards. They're going to come with all kinds of things. And they're going to come in 2 versions. These texts are going to come in a gallery walk style 8.5 by 11 printable, and they're going to come in a 4 stories per front and back for you to use for activities like SACE, or creating storyboards, or comparing and contrasting, or annotations, or anything like that. So you're gonna get 2 versions of these texts. In week 2, you are also gonna get a set of text messages. Text messages are a great authentic way to dive into communication. It's teaching questions and answers. It's teaching first and second person. It's teaching real life navigation of situations. So you're gonna get text messages as well for your students in these units. Week 3 might be my favorite though. So in week 3, you are going to get a present tense story, because this is unit 1 for Spanish 1. You're going to get a present tense story with activities. You are also going to get a past tense story with activities. You are going to get a reading and drawing activity, which can also make a great subplan if you don't want to use it in week 3. And you are going to get a cultural gallery walk activity. With a cultural gallery walk, they are also going to come in printable independent readings with questions if you want to use them as subplans, or you don't want your students to do a gallery walk or whatever. They're also going to come in printable pages instead of just the gallery walk and note catcher, but that will be there too. I am so excited. I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on this. I cannot wait to dive into unit 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and finish out Spanish 1. But if you have any questions, please send me an email at hola, H-O-L-A, at profezulita, profezulita.com, and I will answer whatever questions you have. If you have purchased this unit from TPT, it is going to be updated on TPT for you to re-download. So you can re-download that file and you will get access to this new file. If you are using the curriculum folder link instead of the individual unit link, you will need to go to the individual unit link. The curriculum folder link will be transitioning as these new units are coming up. If you purchase this off of my website instead of TPT, I believe you only had access to the curriculum link. I am going to update that and fix it for you. In the meantime, you can also email me and I'm happy to get it fixed for you that way too. I hope that this is going to be the dream for you that it is for me, and that your first 3 weeks of school are just fabulous. I cannot wait to get new units to you guys, and I will see you soon.